Good evening everyone and welcome along to TTML Division 4. We are here tonight for round 1 of the championship. It's season 4 as we take in the British Grand Prix from the Silverstone International Circuit. My name is James Hay, going to be taking you through the stream as always here in Division 4, and joining me in the commentary box, he's back! It's Mr. Paco Suarez. Paco, how you doing?
Really excited about the new season, you know, with new goals. Personally, I expect to be more consistent and hopefully, hoping to see good driving from the drivers, to not see that chaotic start we saw last season, and hopefully they can carry, the fight till the end. That would be awesome to see.
It will be awesome to see indeed, and of course this is round 1 of the championship at Silverstone, and this is where nothing is up for grabs in terms of obviously getting the championship lead by the end of tonight, but nothing up for grabs. We don't have to run through any driver standings or constructor standings because it is a clean slate for everyone out on track. Let's have a look then at the driver lineup in question for Division 4, 4 reserves and 20 full-time drivers, of course. So, in the Mercedes, we have Cygate and Mersault. Ferrari have Zam and Goat, newcomer to the league. In Red Bull is Mays and Robin, 2 guys from Division 5 who dominated the championship there. Ryan and Maximus in the McLaren, with Rock City in Christian, another newcomer here in the Racing Point. Neymar and Conti in the Alfa Romeo. In the Renault is Luke Ajax and Joro, an old Dutch team there. In the Haas it is Yogi and Black Phoenix. In the AlphaTauri it is Storm and Tekken. And in the Williams it is Storm, the other Storm, CLE Storm, and NSR Frey Pepper. The 4 reserves, Mitchell, Barcelona, Khan, and Alt Maverick. A very interesting reserve there if he races tonight. I think he might be racing tonight as well. But that driver lineup, Packer, looking through it, who would be your early pick for the most consistent driver, certainly on the grid, coming into tonight?
Well, I mean, it's quite difficult to know. It's true that we see some familiar faces from last season in Division 4. But if I had to risk it for someone, it may sound weird, but I think Black Phoenix, although last season he was not as strong, right? I believe that he generally has a good pace. It's true that you asked about consistency, but I really think that he could get it right this season, and that maybe, he has a really big chance to try and fight for the title. So probably I'll go with Black Phoenix.
Yeah, Black Phoenix, one of those consistent drivers. We saw flashes of brilliance from him last season. I think I remember Spain, where he picked up a podium there last season, and he was dead on pretty much in Singapore, I think, as well. So Black Phoenix will be hoping for a very good result out on track. Luke Ix, by the way, saying in Discord, it's going to be nice for the commentators. There is Storm side by side with Storm. Oh, Storm goes around the outside, but Storm has a better exit. Yes, there's 2 Storms. We're very, very much aware of the implications that is going to have in qualifying if they do go side by side and everything. But don't worry, the same old puns, same old commentary team. It's Division 4, and we are, of course, around here at Silverstone. And Silverstone, of course, being the home of British motorsport. First race held here in 1950. It's had quite a few iterations, actually, the British Grand Prix. Of course, being hosted at Aintree Racecourse, at Donington, at Brands Hatch. But now at its rightful place at Silverstone. 5.8 kilometres in length, with 50% racing, 26 laps, and an 18 minutes qualifying session. 2 DRS zones, 1 down the Wellington Straight, 1 down the Hangar Straight, and just to show off, Abbey, Farm, Village, The Loop, Aintree, Wellington Straight, Brooklands, Luffield, Woodcut, Copse, Maggots and Beckett, Chapel, Hangar Straight, Copse, Stowe, then Vale, then Club, and back onto the Hamilton Straight.
And that's all the circuit done. Um,
And that's showing off.
yeah. I mean, I have to say, this track probably has like the most iconic corners, you know, in the whole calendar, like the most number of corners that probably everyone knows the name. Because maybe you ask about Belgium or any other track and they are not able to give you as much as that many names, you know, as in Silverstone. So I believe this is a great track, you know. It doesn't matter if it provides a good show or not. I believe it's one of the best tracks to drive on and definitely one of the most beautiful tracks in the whole calendar.
Yeah, well, if it's anything like my two commentaries around here so far this week, Division 1 and Division 2, both qualifying sessions have ended dry. They're completely dry in qualifying. In both races, we had full wet conditions in Division 1, didn't let up. In Division 2 last night, we had intermediate conditions. It got dry from lap 20 with a very late safety car. So, anything can happen. The good old British weather we rely on is certainly going to try and play a havoc here tonight. 19 drivers, of course, out on track. All Maverick in the comment section saying there, "Hi James, you ready for me to Maverick my way through the field?" Like, you like? No, I don't like. I'm sorry. Puns, they're just copying off me now. However, we're bucking the trend, and it is wet qualifying intermediate conditions.
I mean, now you're happy, right?
Oh, I'm very happy. I'm very happy, but that is going to cause a little bit of a problem for the drivers out on track. What do they go with in terms of their setup? Do they go with a little bit of a wet setup, which will get them through the qualifying session? Speaking of which, I can see a bit of blue sky breaking through in the clouds. It could dry up towards the end of the session in qualifying. But if it doesn't dry up towards the end of qualifying, and we're still in inters come the final 3 minutes of the session and it hardly dries up, everyone then, what sort of setup would they go for? Because if the race is going to be dry, surely you would imagine they'll go for a dry setup.
I mean, as you say, it depends on many things. You know, if the whole quality is wet but the race is dry, then they'll go for dry setup. But maybe if the race has some rain in it, maybe not the whole race, they'll probably go for a wet setup. But hey, this is an opinion from a washed up driver, so yeah, don't take it that much into account, alright?
Well, hang on, if you're a washed up driver, then we're a washed up former driver commentary team. Does that make sense? I think it does. Frey Pepper is the first man out on track. We are through now onto the Wellington straight, and Frey Pepper, the Belgian, will be hoping for a very good result. Somebody has noticed, by the way, that he is running a Swiss flag. Old Maverick saying, in terms of weather conditions, rain to start the race and to dry up by 20 minutes into the race. So not like last night in Division 2 by the sounds of it, where we had rain very late on, the rain obviously very early on in the race, and then we had it dry towards the end of the race. So that, for me, says 20 minutes into the race, that's like what? Just before halfway?
Yeah, something like that, because generally the race lasts about 50 minutes or 45, so yeah, 20 minutes, yeah, about halfway through. So I believe it's going to be quite interesting, because maybe some drivers might risk it and go dry setup, but yeah, I believe we have an exciting race ahead, and the fact there's mixed conditions is going to make it even better. So, well, for us, probably for the drivers, they'll hate it, but hey, we are happy about it.
Yeah, love-hate relationship I think these drivers have with this track sometimes. Frey Pepper then out through the final corner, through Club Corner, now onto the newly named Hamilton Straight, of course, after Hamilton got his knighthood from the Queen. Frey Pepper now coming through turn 1. Yellow flag in sector 3, don't worry about them at all. Through Farm, and then in towards the village section at turn 3. Then in towards a loop, 90-degree hairpin running through turn 4. This is the new section of the track, of course, first inaugurated within the early 2010s. Frey Pepper then coming through turn 5, through Aintree, formerly hosting, of course, the British Grand Prix at Aintree Racecourse, home of the Grand National, if you know. Frey Pepper 30.1 through the first sector, not looking too bad as he comes through the first sector. You can see a little bit of a dry line, actually, on the track. He now comes through out of Brooklands in towards Luffield, trying to fight the car. Looks like a little bit of an unstable setup coming out of Luffield. That could just set him back maybe towards Maggots and Beckett's, and we'll see if he has got this unbalanced setup on the run down and towards Cops now, as he will fly through here, normally flat out in the wet. That's definitely not flat out, and that is somehow still a valid lap. That boggles the mind, honestly. Through Maggots, then through Beckett's, and the Belgian absolutely flying, or trying to fly through there. About 100 mile an hour carried through the exit of Beckett's. Very nicely done through there to 109.6 through the middle sector, and Fred Pepper will be hoping for a very good result out on track. He now comes through in towards Stowe turn 15. Pack grandstands there on the left hand side as we now run into the old section of the course through Vale and then in towards Club for the final 3 corners. That's pretty much a lap then of Silverstone complete. Fred Pepper coming out through the final corner. Looks like it's going to be 135, 136 to kick off the night, I think, from Fred Pepper. Comes across the line to 136 flat. But as I press start menu for some reason, Fred Pepper comes across the line, invalidates his lap. Neymar, however, 36.1, gets us underway.
Yeah, quite solid lap, and we can see, you know, finally the first drivers putting really good laps, as we can see there for Ryder from Gaute, you know, putting a 135.7. And yeah, more drivers just crossing the line. We can see they're sort of Neymar pace, you know, all around that pace. But at the moment, yeah, I would say 2/10 gap is quite massive at the start of quali. Let's hope some people can match that 35.7.
Yeah, and that's our Robin on a lap, the Division 5 champion. He just came off lap, in fact, 36.2 from him. Maze is still in the pit lane, actually. Rock City, an interesting candidate, possibly. He's actually invalid coming through the middle sector, or he's gone very slow coming through the middle sector, is Rock City. And Mersault now coming through in toward the end of the first sector, 30.2 from him. Luke Ajax is reaching towards the final couple of corners as well. Let's see, as now Luke Ajax comes through the final couple of corners. Well improved driver from last season. Hopefully going to be up there in terms of qualifying. He will go into 8th with a 137.2. Very, very wild and wacky qualifying session so far. Gold Doan on top. Black Phoenix in second and Neymar on third. And All Walkers Racing actually just coming in the comment section, just seeing that. Paco, asking a direct question to you. Will we see an old OWR podium? Well, we've got one man there at least.
I mean, at the moment it looks like we'll have to see how the other OWR guy pays. Well, actually there are 3, my bad. But yeah, Christian seems like having a solid pace, but I say probably Gaute will make it. I mean, I believe there will be at least one member in the podium.
Yeah, well, Gout's coming there on top. Of course, if you know what Gout is, I don't want to call him Gout. I'm calling him Gulls. There we are. Mersault coming through the final corner. Really good lap time. Squirrely at the final corner. Crashes. Comes across the line. My goodness me, that's one way to end a lap, but it's one way to go on to provisional pole. Mersault with a 135.7. If he got that final corner right, he would have been a 35.6, maybe 35.5, dead on.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate. Well, sort of unfortunate, because he's lucky he didn't lose the wheel, but also unfortunate because that could have been a much better lap. Probably, yeah, as you said, 35.6.
Yeah, plenty of drivers, of course, out on track. Fred Pepper is another one out on track. He's coming through in towards Maggots and Beckett's. 11 minutes to go left here in this qualifying session. Ray not relenting up at this moment in time, but Mersault out on top from Gorton second, Ryan in third. Robin back up to 4th. Good lap from him. 35.9, improving on 36.2. Fred Pepper is going quick, coming through the middle sector. As actually retiring. Robin is retired, coming through Cops.
Yeah, but that's a weird spot because he's just in the middle, you know, like he didn't get to Maggot and Beckett's, but he's not at the exit of Cops.
I think he's probably lost it on the outside curb, trying to fight the car and then spun. As Fred Pepper goes up to second.
Solid. Oh, 2000! Quite close, isn't it?
Very close indeed. Yeah, the Belgian coming in there with a very good lap, but it's Mersault out on top. Fred Pepper second. Gort in third. Ryan across the line. Ooh, improves. 35.8. He was 2 times up through the middle sector, so he could have improved up to pole if he got his final sector right. But Ryan then up into 4th. Neymar there in 5th at this moment in time. Trying to see if there's anybody else on the lap. CLE Storm was on a very good lap. He's just ran wide coming through Cops, and it's very difficult to try and fight the car through Cops. I think he's backed off on this now. And he was 4 tenths up through that middle sector, so we've been putting him around the 135.9 range out on track. But however, he's now 18.1 seconds down. And he has got damage actually on the right side end plate.
Unfortunate. I was just watching, well, several drivers' point of view, and I just saw Conti. Well, most of them are struggling a lot at the exit of some corners, you know, probably slow corners. Conti at the exit of turn 2, I believe, he had his moment, you know, losing the back end and drifting all the way through the corner. And I think here, probably in the rain, you know, is where you can what happened?
Goes is 7.5 tenths up coming through the middle sector. He's got Neymar dead ahead of him out on track. If Neymar comes into the pit lane, Goat is going to be flying surely on this lap time. Neymar is in, and Goat is going to be going pole position, no hands down. He can make an absolute cock-up out of these final couple of quarters and still get on pole position. The track is really, really coming alive as Goat comes across the line. Wow! 134.9. It's like Magnus-esque from last season. Goat goes quickest. 34.9. Yeah, he had Neymar in front of him. We can give him that. But Goat out on top. An absolute stonking lap. That is going to take the world of beating, surely.
Goated.
How did I know? You were going to say that? Oh, Mays has spun through turn 1. Mays spins through turn 1 and Abbey spins the car around. He's got the car going again, luckily.
And Sam goes up to 8th with a 136.1. Not a bad time from the Ferrari. Probably he has a lot of time to find yet. But yeah, no, quite solid, quite solid. Although we don't know what the conditions are like right now, because we've seen that big improvement from the Ferrari driver by 8 tenths. Yeah, Rock City's also coming through Chapel. So Rock City's also coming through Chapel, taking the very random line. You can pick up a 10-second time penalty. We saw Corboy pick it up, I think, in the race in Division 2, where he invalidated his lap and he got a 10-second time penalty for extending the track limits within the race. It was somebody within Division 2 or maybe even Division 1. But Maximus is on a lap coming through then towards the final couple of corners. Good out on top, Muscle second, Frey Pepper third. Maximus on a good lap by the looks, could go second. Oh,
no.
You had to jinx it.
35.8, he was out of control coming through Club, and yeah, I did have to jinx it. He would have went 5th though with that lap, I think.
Yeah, which is still a solid time. We have to remember that last season, you know, Maximus struggled a lot. I mean, he was not able, you know, to put the lap in the right moment, and then in the race he had really bad luck. So hopefully this will be his season. But yeah, that was not a bad lap at all, and probably he'll find more time as the session goes. Gets to the end.
Yeah, Mays is still on a valid lap. The rain is actually easing off out on track. It looks relatively light now out on track with 6.5 minutes to go. Have a feeling the rain will probably stop in the next minute or two, and then we could get, maybe the case of last across the line, could get onto pole position. Mays coming in there with a 151.7. Not a great lap there at all. Both Rock City and Maximus have invalidated. Got the out on top. Massault in second. Massault, though, coming around the final corner to start off on the lap.
Who?
Massault coming through the final corner to start a lap.
I was completely lost, my bad. I mean, I was trying to find him in the table, didn't realize he was second.
Goodness me!
Yeah. He'll probably stop this lap, maybe, and goes for the next one, but it seems like he's still using his ERS, so not sure what he's trying to achieve.
Yeah, Rain has stopped actually out on track, and Massault, backs off. So Massault, I think, has backed off on this lap, and he has indeed. He realises that the track is going to probably dry out, and to be honest, if there's plenty of cars out on track getting rid of the rain that has fallen onto the racing line, I don't think we're going to be too far away from dries. Like Phoenix second.
I don't think it's going to be for this session, but yeah, I have, Freya Pepper preparing those softs, as we can see, but yeah, just telling you that you should go with CLE_Storm, because right now he did purple first sector, which is not surprising at all, because the track is drying out quite quickly, but maybe, I'm starting to think that we could actually go dry tires, and I don't know who will be the brave man who will try it. As we can see now, the Williams improving almost a second. his lap. Well, we have to remember his current time is about 1:36.3, so he needs a little bit more to try and achieve pole, which won't be pole, because let's be honest, the circuit, the track is just improving constantly as he locks up, going through the final couple of corners, going through club, and he has his moment on that
third
exit. He doesn't get pole, but that time not good enough, because the track is improving a lot, and I believe, and tell me if you agree with me, that time will be beaten easily.
I think he should have came into the pit lane, to be honest, and then came out on a set of dries. Yogi is still out there on a set of inters. He's came out the pit lane actually on a set of inters. So was Maximus out on track. They think that the rain might not necessarily be. If you are the final man out on track, I think you're going to get pole, personally, because Ghost is out on top, Black Phoenix second, Storm in third. But if these guys further down the field, the likes of Luke Ajax out on track, who's invalidated obviously on this lap, but he's on a set of inters as well. This track is going to dry. I think we're going to get DRS enabled maybe within the next minute and a half, I would say.
Let's do our bets. I say it's not going to dry up.
I think it will. I think it will. It just looks physically drier out on track. You can see it offline. It is getting drier.
But there's still some spray over the. I mean, the drivers are still, you know, like. There's still spray coming out of their cars, so not really sure.
Oh, Neymar! Goodness me! Go for a right old spin, coming through turn 1.
Yeah, quite tricky, isn't it? I mean, in intermediate conditions, probably going dry, you know, he didn't have like a stable car, and we could see it right there. And at the moment, it seems like 3 drivers could. I mean, Christian definitely going on soft as he is right now in his outlap. Oh my god, I cannot vocalize. But yeah, Christian definitely one of the drivers that will go soft. But I think he needs to slow down. I mean, probably he needs to go on his lap when the clock just hits 0. He cannot go earlier than that.
Goes 700s up through the middle sector, and he'd be hoping to try and get a good lap. It just runs a little bit wide, coming through into Vale, then in towards Club Corner at the final corner. 34.9 speed. Does he beat it? No, he lost time as a result of that little bit of a lockup. Running down in towards Vale, Maze is retired from the session. Clearly feels that he is not going to get a lap in. Massault, interestingly, coming out on a set of softs. CLE Storm in third is going to come out on a set of softs. Black Phoenix on a set of inters. There's a lot of choice of opinion here, but if you're the final man out on track,
everyone's going out.
Yeah, everyone's going out, but are they going out on a set of softs? Christian is there, Storm is on a set of inters, Zam on a set of inters. I think it's only him and CLE Storm. Is CLE Storm going to get another lap in though? Because he's just coming out the pit lane now.
Well, will be interesting for sure. I mean, I think the driver that will set the bar will be definitely Christian, you know, that is right now in his lap. I think he did it too early. I think, well, actually, he's saving ERS, so he's not on his actual lap. I think he went for 2 out laps, you know, to prepare the car, but we can see that the track is still slippery, you know.
Still very slippery. Go coming through the final, coming through Maggots and Beckett's, even invalidates on his lap time. As we see, I think that was Maximus going up into 4th, 35.4 from Maximus out on track. Will the rest though be hoping to try and get a result in? No, Massault is round in the inters, and he's round through turn 2 at Abbey. Coming through Farm, that was in fact. And there's another spinner out on track. There's a Williams round, and I think that's CLE Storm on a set of softs. Don't listen to me.
Yeah. No. Well, CL. Yeah, but he is right now on his outlap, but he won't have enough time, I believe, unless we have the glitch. But yeah, I don't think so. Oh, and yeah, he almost loses it back in. But right now, who's on a lap? Because this is gonna be a chaotic end.
Black Phoenix has just started up on a lap. Massault is on a lap as well. Fred Pepper is on a lap, a 10th up through the first sector. Ryan Neymar is coming through the final sector.
Let's see what he says, but just going through the final couple of corners. Let's see how he ends. He locks up a little bit. He has a car ahead. Let's hope he doesn't block him. what time is it gonna be? Because we don't have any reference. But is it gonna be a 1:35.6? Not enough to try and beat Paul.
Fred Pepper coming through the middle sector as well. He's 2/10 up, out on track. Ryan coming through the middle sector. Maximus is coming through the final sector, but he is down on his time, so he's not going to get another lap in. Goat then out on top. Black Phoenix second. Storm in third. Who on earth is on a lap? I can't really see many drivers on a lap.
Conti's not improving.
2.1 seconds down, but that doesn't mean to say this track will improve towards the end. If this DRS gets enabled down the Hangar Straight, you might have a chance.
Rock City went up to third, by the way.
Rock City up to third, 35.288 on his lap time. Oh, Maverick is on a lap time as well. No, he's not. Storm is not on a lap time either. He's 900s down through the middle sector. Zam is down through the middle sectors. Go goes quickest again. Go goes quickest again, 34.8. We see Ryan move to third as well. Black Phoenix is into the pit, then he's not improving. It's only Zam and Conti, I think, that are actually on valid laps. Storm is actually coming to the final corner. Through Vale, then in towards Club. Can he try and get the improvement out? 36.4 to beat, comes across the line. No improvement found from Storm. 2/10 down in the end. Conti down. Zam is down as well. He's got left side end plate damage on that car. Goat though, out on top. Black Phoenix in second. Ryan in third as TRT Khan has joined right at the end of qualifying.
Yes, on the edge. I don't think if he'll be able to race. I think it's going to be close.
Is he allowed to even join in qualifying?
Yeah. The glitch was solved, so I believe he should be able.
I think we might get a restart here, personally, because I'm fairly certain it's in the rules. Yeah, Maze has just told Khan to leave. It's illegal to join in qualifying. Somebody has obviously invited Khan, which is a little bit poor from that person, whoever it might be. And we don't want a glitched lobby. It's as simple as that. We still have the glitched lobby. I experienced it a couple of weeks ago, in fact, in an EML race, I think it was. And May's doing the right thing, I think, telling Khan to leave. And Khan has got to duly oblige and leave the session. Because otherwise, it's going to cause a whole glitch. We're going to have to restart our game. And you're not going to get the proper streamers. DRS is right enabled at the end of qualifying.
That was probably the time, but I have to say, Conti, I saw his lap. I don't know if he didn't have the grip to do so or what, but I really believe like he could have pushed harder. And you know, you're on softs, you're already risking it, you know, and trying to go for pole. Just floor it, you know. If you lose the back end or you lose the car, doesn't matter. You have already lost, you know. So what do you have to lose?
Mark's saying in the comment section, by the way, this is getting very interesting about the whole joining in qualifying thing. Mark's saying he's the Division 4 admin. He said he could join, and he said it a few days ago. But, yeah, I don't think you're allowed to join in qualifying. That's the thing. That's the point. To be honest, now we've got a glitch because time remaining stuck on 1 second, and Khan has just came out on track and has glitched the lobby. Well done, Khan.
Yeah, but... No, but the thing is, I believe if he has the control, he just has to retire. I mean, it happened in another league 2 weeks ago, I believe. And it's true that it glitched out a little bit, but it's just because you do it on the last minute. So he shouldn't have gotten control of it. I think he should have just, you know... Yeah, but the thing is... But the thing I mean is that he shouldn't have taken control of it. I mean, he just should have stick to the race, you know? Waited until the clock ran out of time, but yeah, unfortunate. Probably will need a new session. But I was just about to say that I'm not here to question the decision from the admins, you know, because they do a great work and all that. But in most of the leagues, it is allowed to join through quali because there's no glitch that you can cause unless you join like Candid, you know. At the end of the session you take control of it, then you cause a glitch. But I think it should be allowed in my opinion. But hey, I'm not here the one who takes the decision. I'm not here to criticize the decisions that are taken because they already do a really good job. But yeah,
Khan is coming back into the pit lane, obviously trying to get his setup on for the race. He doesn't realise that it's probably illegal to join in qualifying. So, inevitably, even if he races, he's going to get disqualified anyways, I think, because he joined the session in the middle of qualifying, well, pretty much right at the end of qualifying. Everyone had pretty much completed their laps when he did join, So it's a bit poor from him, if I've got to be honest. And now he retires coming into the pit lane. I do not get that whatsoever. You should feel ashamed. I'm sorry.
Why?
He should feel ashamed. He joined in the middle of qualifying. He did a lap to put a setup on, and then just came in. Anyways, let's have a rundown of the order. Gold out on top. Black Phoenix in second. Ryan in third. Rock City in fourth with Storm in fifth. Maximus sixth. Neymar in seventh. Salt in eighth. Grey Pepper in ninth. Robin rounding off the top 10. Zam in 11th. Conti 12th. Maze in 13th. Storm 14th. Christian 15th. Maverick 16th. Big Ix 17th. Saiga in 18th. And Yogi down in 19th position of the guys to set a lap time. But Gold on a 134.8. The lap time was very hard to beat. He beat it by about 900ths of a second. Black Phoenix is in behind him. The guy that you mentioned, of course, at the start of qualifying. Ryan and Rock City in behind as well. Could be quite an interesting race.
Definitely, I completely agree. I mean, I think that the race is going to be awesome just because they have free tire choice, so maybe some people will start on mediums. Well, actually, no, because there's rain in the first 20 minutes. What was I? I already forgot about that. But yeah, then the mixed condition is going to be tricky. I mean, we saw it in quali.
Oh. I'm shocked that it's raining again. But actually, am I seeing that right in the Mercedes garage? And am I seeing that right in the Ferrari garage? They look like dry compactor tyres.
Well, then you have... Yeah, but I don't think it has to mean... Oh,
Robin leaving the session.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, Robin leaving the session said needs a new invite. And... there was a free space because someone didn't join last minute. Yeah, it was Tekken, I think, that was not joining the race. I'm not sure why he was absent, of course. And Robin saying, can we restart the lobby? Personally, I think if we don't want a glitch, we restart it. I think there's no shadow of a doubt we should be restarting this lobby because it's just a bit silly if we try and go with a race with a driver who inevitably is going to be disqualified because of his actions out on track. He was allowed to join in qualifying, but, however, he was not allowed to set a lap. And him setting a lap has put his setup on, which gives him a little bit of a distinct advantage. It's just a bit silly.
I believe we are judging like too early. We don't know what his point of view might look. You know, like we don't know if in his camera seemed like he had more time than what we were seeing. So I believe we should keep him out of guilt. You know, until we know exactly what happened. But yeah, one thing you were right. Try tires on.
And this normally, for me, is one of these races where I absolutely love commentating on. I've seen it before at Silverstone, and the wets really are. It's that degradation really between, and that turnover point between the dry compounder tyre and the wet compounder tyre out on track. However, if it's going to get dry later on in the race, if it's going to be fully dry, like at the halfway stage, say for example, we are going to be on soft running, on medium running for the race. Everyone out on track going for a set of soft compounder tyres, barring Storm, Maximus, Zam, and Yogi, of course, picking their free choice of tyre out on track. All of those guys on a set of mediums, the rest on a set of softs. There's pit stop strategy just came up as well on my end for Gold. Lap 11 to 14, it says, do not trust the AWS graphics whatsoever, because they'll be bidding in from around lap 8 to lap 9.
And just one thing, interesting that 4 drivers have gone into mediums. Generally, you prefer the mediums for when it's trying out because with the track like that, it's better than softs. So it's gonna be interesting how it plays out. But just before we start, I want to ask you, what's your top 3?
Well, I'll give you a prediction right from the start. Khan will be getting disqualified from this race, so there's one prediction I can make with the ultimate confidence out on track. We might get a lobby restart, I don't know, we're still talking about that in the Discord, but top 3 for me, I'm going to go Ryan for the win. I just think Ryan, as he's up the rear end of a Haas there, Ryan out on top, he's been so consistent. He was a multiple race winner last season, I should say, in Division 4. If he can come like that once again, he could be the man to beat here. Rock City, I think, will be second. Rock City has been under the radar in that qualifying session. He's going to finish second. And for third, I'm going to go Gold for third.
Okay, in my case, I'm gonna put Ryan as well for the win. I'm gonna put Maximus in second, and I'm gonna play it with Salt in third. So yeah, you can see quite bold prediction from myself. I would explain it, but not enough time though.
Let's see then if we are going to see a first time start. Yeah, the 5 red lights are on. There's no lobby glitch. 5 red lights are then on here in Division 4. And it's lights out and away we go. Goat gets a good start. Black Phoenix gets a good start. But however, the graphics have glitched on the left-hand side as Black Phoenix in the second phase of the start is side by side. Running through turn 1 and they make contact. Black Phoenix going down the inside line. Loses a whole host of positions around the outside. Assault. Storm Rock City comes through as well.
Oh,
and that's
nice.
Black Phoenix diving down the inside once again. Has he just taken 3 positions, really? 4
Oh.
wide in towards the village section, but Goat leads the way. Ryan in second. Rock City in third. Black Phoenix getting muscled out the way by Assault into 5th. And Black Phoenix really struggling off the start, but Frey Pepper is side by side with them as well. Zam and Neymar side by side. Khan dropping down to the back of the field, but Frey Pepper down the inside on a Black Phoenix gets the move done in toward Brooklyn's Hazi. Neymar in the meantime is through on both Maximus and Zam, and he's came from a mile back to go into 8th.
Really solid move. Oh, and the Merc just trying to find his way, getting on the inside of Sam. That was quite a bold move. As we can see, yellow flags in sector 2. I believe it's Haas, and that's Yogi.
Yeah, Yogi's round, the German is round.
Whoa,
More like Yogi Bell,
McLaren,
Maximus and
no.
Sidegate going side by side. Maximus down on the inside line, I think that was. He's trying to spin the car around, and he has got the car around once again, but Maximus now down into 19th position. Him and Sidegate really making contact there coming through cops, but Gold leads the way to 1.3 seconds the gap.
Yeah, my prediction already going wrong. What a surprise, you know?
Oh, we're not even 1 lap into the season and we've already got a prediction going wrong. Frey Pepper, where is he off to? Coming through Vale and then towards Club. Goodness me, he lost the rear end completely.
No, what is it?
No, he lost the rear end. I think he lost the rear end.
It was a marker board, I believe. Yeah, but it was a marker board just going... going flat. I don't know how to speak. Go on.
Zam right on the back of Frey Pepper. This is for 11th out on track. Conti is now spawned ahead of Robin and Goat, so both of them have now spawned each ahead of the leader, but Zam right on the back of Frey Pepper. I believe this is for 9th position out on track. Frey Pepper though on the back of Christian, and he ran up the backside there, the racing point against the Williams, and actually with a much better run out. Storm fighting control of the car is through on Zam. Soft compounded tyres coming into play it seems, and Storm is through and he's into 13th position. Frey Pepper on the back running down in towards Brookland, not getting the move done. That was for 11th position in the whole grand scheme of things, but Gold leading the way, Ryan in second, Rock City in third. It's not looking too bad for my prediction, to be honest, but they're in the wrong positions.
Hold on. I mean, there's still plenty of things that can happen, you know, and Salt is looking quite good on those tires. And eventually Ryan, at the moment doesn't seem like he has more pace as he is out of the DRS range. But maybe in the second stint, he could try and gain that position.
Black Phoenix has made a right mistake coming out of Chapel. Robin, by the way, saying in the comment section he needs a new invite. We'll get clarity from Mark, I think, first before we give an invite from your end, I think, Paco. That'll probably be the best thing. As Frey Pepper's down the inside of Christian, running down in towards Stoll, side by side coming through here. You can invite people, I think.
Didn't know that. Yeah, I can. I've just realised.
Frey Pepper's around the outside, coming through Vale and towards Club. Brilliant move by Frey Pepper. He is through on the inside line, muscles his way through once again. Frey Pepper is through. Maze has spun, coming through Club.
We have to invite Robin, just making sure, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't received any confirmation from Mark. If he's still there in the comment section, Mark, put a message in, see if we can invite him from our end so the drivers don't have to. Go leading the way, Ryan in second, Rock City in third. Massault though in the meantime on the back of CLE Storm. CLE Storm very impressive in his qualifying run. He's on the side of medium compounded tyre. In the meantime, a very rare occurrence nearly just happened. We nearly saw an AI pass a human car out on track.
Yeah, definitely. Look, Ajax not having the best time of his life, as we see. Yeah, Maverick round. Yeah, not the race he wanted, really. Hopefully, he might. Well, safety car is on, or
safety car is on. Yeah,
okay.
I think he spun coming out through Vale and in towards Club. In the meantime, Rock City's on the back of Ryan. Ryan under pressure then from the back of Rock City. Here comes Rock City on the outside line, trying to fight for P2. Will try and switch the inside there, coming through Stowe, but he doesn't. Frey Pepper in the meantime going side by side with Sygate. Frey Pepper again trying to make a really good move down the inside into Stowe. It's now side by side coming out of Stowe, and it's still Vale and in towards Club as Rock City and Ryan have made a little bit of contact. And I think Rock City has dropped down into 6th position. Frey Pepper though, down the inside, it's favoured, overtaking place through 17, gets the move done, and he's up into 8th.
Incredible racing right now on WhatsApp because Neymar is round the outside through turn 2 and now he tries to send it, but Rock City goes quite deep on the braking and he has the position covered, so that's Rock City keeping P6.
Yeah, Neymar on the back of Rock City at this moment in time, and with Neymar we saw really good attribution in terms of his driving standards last season. Now CLE Storm attacks on the back of Ryan. Do not do my... Exactly, don't do my top 3 justice at CLE Storm. He's on the inside line there, nearly getting the move done. He's on a set of medium compounded tyres, and actually, do you think the mediums are quicker than the set of soft because of the rain?
I mean, it's what I said earlier in the formation lab. Not quite sure. I know that in cold conditions the mediums work better than the softs, but not sure if at the moment they are quicker. But for sure, I mean, if he's able to keep that pace, definitely mediums are not that slow. So they should be quite similar at the moment.
Storm right on the back of Ryan. Black Phoenix right on the back of these guys as well. Conti further down the field in the meantime. On the back of Sygate, trying to get the move done. I don't think anyone's going to be close enough down through and towards Stowe. Sygate closing in on Storm, trying to look down the inside line, doesn't get the move done. Colin, the disqualified driver out on track, by the way, is up to 15th if you are trying to follow his progress out on track. Black Phoenix is in 5th, right on the back of Storm, but Ryan under pressure from Storm coming across the line. These tyres are beginning to last, but go leading the way. Lap 5 out of 26 here at Silverstone. Salt in 2nd with Ryan in 3rd, Storm in 4th, Black Phoenix in 5th, Rock City 6th, Neymar 7th, Frey Pepper 8th, Christian in 9th, and Storm, the other Storm, TTG Storm, rounding off the top 10 as Masota's pulled 2.5 seconds away on Ryan. Ryan, though, looks as if he's beginning to get a little bit of pace in those tyres, and now he's pulled 7/10 clear of Storm.
I believe every time we refer to Storm, TTE1, we could say Adrian Storm maybe, to differentiate them. I think it would be easier.
Oh, Conti! Conti dropping down the field. Is that a spin coming out of Aintree, I think? Yeah. Conti down in 15th position. I think he either spun or made contact coming out of Aintree.
Yeah, not sure. I mean, I couldn't watch it. I'm really focused. Oh, and May is overtaking Robin. Not sure if Robin has rejoined. I don't think he did. So yeah, quite weird. He got the invite. So yeah, probably maybe he doesn't want to join, or I don't know what happened. But yeah, I'm still focused on the fight ahead because look at that. We have, I believe it's 7 cars in the DRS range, which is insane.
DRS trend. Simple as that.
Yeah.
DRS train out on track. Sygate now on the back of Storm, and Sygate sides his way in towards 10th position, gets the move done down the inside line, but Storm is no mug. He's going to try and come back down in towards Vale, but no, not quite enough. Storm stays in P11 for now. Khan going around the outside of his teammate. Not often we see a disqualified driver going around the outside of somebody, but Conti as well on the back of these guys as well. The Renaults are fighting, and now Conti's going to have an insane run. Running down, he's not going to go for the inside. It's 3 wide running down the straight. This is not going to work!
It did.
It did work. How did that work? Khan and Conti and Luke Ajax. Conti makes a position. Luke Ajax down 2 positions because he let through his teammate, and they were both battling, and Khan has made 2. Khan through and he's into 13th. Conti has made 1. Luke Ajax, really, the loser out of that is Frey Pepper right on the back of Neymar.
Hey, I have to say, a brilliant race, you know. I mean, despite him being disqualified, as you say, quite impressive stuff from all of them. Quite clean, and yeah, a lot of respect. As we can see now, the Williams trying to have the run on Neymar, but I don't think it's going to be enough to try to move here. Yeah,
it's not nice, and certainly Robin is very frustrated, I've got to say, in the comment section for the obviously restart. There's the yellow flag in Sector 3. Yogi again is round. Frey Pepper's first 3-second time, but either night has been picked up though. Black Phoenix on the back of Storm. Storm though on the back of Ryan. And it's now beginning to hunt him down. Actually, here comes Storm on the back of Ryan for P3, trying to go all the way around the outside. He's on the side of mediums, but he's going to hang on tight, and he's going to get the run coming out of Vale. Can he get the move done?
Pepper up to 7th.
Trey Pepper up to 7th. Storm will try to go all around the outside. In the meantime, Ryan in 3rd. Hangs on. Storm in 4th. Black Phoenix still 5th. And all of these guys moving about the train. Look who's drawn onto the back. Christian has drawn onto the back. And a major moment for Storm.
Yeah, I mean, that run on the final corner, that exit was horrible, and yeah, Black Phoenix almost had the opportunity to try to move on him.
Now, on lap 7 out of 20, it feels like we've been going ages, and it's only lap 7. Goat leads the way, Salt in 2nd, Ryan in 3rd, Ryan really holding up everyone, I think, out on track. Storm in 4th, Black Phoenix, though. Will the Phoenix rise to the top, I wonder? He's in 5th position. Rock City in 6th. Ray Pepper 7th. Neymar 8th. Storm again chasing down Sidegate. These two having a conditional yo-yo effect out on track. A Storm all the way around the outside through Brooklands. That's brave, bold, brilliant.
Oh, and someone lost it. That's Neymar off. Yeah. And there's
coming out of the field.
No. Yeah, I thought Sidegate was side by. Well, I think he's gonna. Oh no, he has the balls to go.
It's Conti and
down
Con.
the inside.
Conti Con down on the inside. Can he try and get the move done? No, Con stays 12th.
And Saiger made the move on Storm down the inside through Cops. And he got a penalty now through Maggots or Beckett. I'll never know.
Look at Zam. Yeah, look at Zammo right on the back. Black Phoenix is on the back of Storm running down into Storm. My goodness me, did he run into the back of him? My God, Zam is through on Storm, and Storm, I think, made a slight mistake coming out of Chapel. We just got the end of that. Storm now down into 11th. Yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. That's Maximus that round.
And I put him 2nd.
Oh, and Storm's in.
Oh, and the Williams is gone as he crashes into the wall. And yeah, he has front wing damage.
CLE Storm into the wall, coming out of the pit lane. One Storm comes into the pits, another Storm
into the
spins.
Gravel. Yeah, and into the gravel he goes. That's the race over from him. I mean, he was on an interesting strategy, but he messed up, and yeah, unfortunately not able to see if that strategy could have played out well.
Oh, Frey Pepper's had a major moment coming out of entry, and Christian just absolutely scythed his way past Christian through, and he's into 6th.
Plenty of people struggling. I mean, quite weird because conditions are supposed to be better as the race goes on, but I just see plenty of people struggling as Storm loses another position. Yeah,
he's got no brakes on that car. Just makes me wonder if he's got a little bit of a problem other than that.
I mean, the front wing, it's just, I mean, I believe he has red damage on the right side. And that just makes you lose a lot of grip into the corner. We can see him struggling a lot.
Robin can rejoin, by the way.
Who?
Robin.
Oh, can't.
No, he can rejoin.
Ah. Then, is he in, finally?
No, he's not in at all. I don't think he is anyway. CLE Storm's the one that's struggling. Yeah, he's still in AI mode out on track, so hopefully we can try and get him in. Conti in the meantime on the back of Khan.
Black Phoenix. Oh, I mean, he gave me a heart attack. I mean, he went really late on brakes and he almost hits the rear from the McLaren.
Oh, Conti down the inside line in towards Vale. Trying to get the move done. He's going to be on the inside line in towards Club. This could be good from Conti. Down on the inside line. Khan's going to give him room. Oh, a little bit of side tapping there. But now Conti down the inside in towards Termon. Only one way that's going. And Khan inevitably held up. I think Conti took a little bit of frustration from his own feelings there. And Conti is through. And he's into 10th position. Held Khan right up coming through turn 1.
Yeah, and I have to say, Black Phoenix, you know, having a fantastic run through the corners. I mean, he is looking really, really aggressive and sharp, you know, trying to get that position as soon as possible. I have to say, he looks like he has much more pace than Ryan. Hopefully, he'll make the overtake soon because I believe he's losing a lot of time.
Black Phoenix, yeah, on the back. Ryan is losing a lot of time out on track, maybe because of his tyres, maybe because of the conditions. Out on track, Black Phoenix on the back of Ryan, flying through Maggots and Beckett as the McLaren is under a lot of pressure here from the Haas, and the Haas is going to get him. Surely down the straight in towards Stowe. He's going to get the closing speed up. Haas now on the back, the Lebanese man, right on the back of the British, switches to the outside line. No, Ryan cuts off. That's a really good switchback though from Black Phoenix. Trying to get the move done, he can't. And Ryan hangs on, and Ryan dives into the pits.
I have to say, fantastic try by the Haas, you know. He really tried, it didn't work, but hey, at least he has now a lap to push and try to do the overcut on Ryan.
Khan with a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane as well. Ryan then out on track, he's into the pits, and he's on to a set of medium compounded tyres. Of course, it is going to get drier as this race progresses. Sygate is also into the pit lane as well, so he's going to go on to a set of medium compounded tyres. The Mercedes just held up there slightly by the Renault passing.
Black Phoenix losing, I believe he will lose the position to the Racing Point. He lost the back end at the exit of turn 5, I believe. And yeah, that's the Racing Point going through, and I don't think the Haas is going to be able to defend it well. Watch out, because he tries to go around the outside, but not able. But now it's the other Racing Point, Christian. Yeah, who's trying to have the move done on Black Phoenix, but yeah, I don't think he had the run for it. And don't know if the Haas will be close enough to try to move back on Rock City. No, he's not.
Rock City still 3rd, Black Phoenix in 4th, Christian in 5th, but what has that done further down the field? Robin's AI still in 13th position, still yet to join the session. Ryan in the meantime 14.1 seconds off the back of Mays. Looking in terms of that, in terms of an interval time into Rock City, just under 30 seconds, about 28 seconds for him to gain out on track. As Black Phoenix right on the back of Rock City, running down in towards Stowe. Has he got the move done down the inside line? Rock City's going to try and cut in, but I think Rock City's going to play it smart. He's going to come into the pit lane this lap around. That's exactly what he does, and Frey Pepper follows in as well.
Yeah, his teammate, I mean, Christian couldn't go to the pit, so he will just follow Black Phoenix, you know, and try to get along with the DRS. Will be interesting to see where Rock City emerges, because I don't know if the overcut might have worked. We'll have to wait and see.
We will have to wait and see. Indeed, there's yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. Yogi again.
Yeah, and Emerick in Maggots, I believe, or Beckett.
Sygate. That's Sygate on a fresh set of mediums.
Oh, fresh mid. Oh, right. I mean, we're just seeing plenty of spins. I mean, the track is just not there.
Hang on.
Is it?
Here's Ryan coming through turn 1. He's going to be ahead of Rock City. Ryan is out of Rock City. That is absolutely crucial for Ryan in the whole grand scheme of things. Ryan ahead of Rock City, and now game on, possibly for the net race lead.
Oh, and the Racing Point just goes round.
Rock City round. Rock City round. Terrible. That's my prediction now. Gone up in flames.
As I said, the track just doesn't look good. I mean, I wouldn't like to drive there. I mean, it just seems like drivers are constantly struggling, as Khan is going to make the move down the inside on the Racing Point. Oh, and he goes deep. Let's see if he got damage. I mean, the Racing Point from that contact, I don't think he did. No, he didn't.
Ryan on board, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Go then into the pit lane, Assault. Into the pit lane as well. Black Phoenix should follow through. He's not. Oh, actually stays out. Conti on the back of Zam. Not
really
quite.
Close. Oof. I think he will go. No, he doesn't. So will he try the dive though? No, not close enough.
Is the rain getting heavier out on track?
I mean, is Black Phoenix trying to stay out because he thinks there's gonna be more rain coming?
That's what I'm thinking. The pit window is lap 12 to 14 now for a set of mediums onto a one-stop strategy from a set of softs. So, I don't know. It looks to me, physically, as Conti nearly runs into the back of Zam, it looks to me physically that the rain is getting heavier out on track, I think.
Christian is going to be quite close with the McLaren. I think it's going to be side by side. Let's see. Oh, and I think the McLaren is just going to be ahead. Yeah, but it was closer. I mean, Christian would have been side by side with his teammate if his teammate didn't spin.
Just look at the gap though that Ryan's getting on Massault. That gap was what, 7 seconds? And Massault is now only 9 tenths up the road, and Ryan's in DRS.
But maybe because he made a mistake.
Did he make a mistake, or did he have a 5-second penalty? Spinning in the pits.
No, but he would. If you get a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits, you get it on the next speed, not on the same speed you make the infringement. So I don't think he got to he got a 5-second time penalty. I just think he made a mistake. because he had a 4.5 gap or even more to Ryan.
Oh, here comes Conti down the inside line on Sam. Sorry to cut in. He nearly got the move done. Sam's all out of shape. And now we're still fighting down in towards Vale.
Well, Conti going all over the curb. I mean, he's really going for it. It seems like the softs still work. And I mean, I'm going to put the leader gap to see how much time is... oh, wait. Never mind. Black Phoenix pitted. Let's see where he goes. I think he will be just side by side with the McLaren. Or maybe not.
No, he's got to be behind like the likes of Frey Pepper, maybe. I think there's Frey Pepper coming through turn 1. He's just in front, yeah. So he's around. Well, he's around about Frey Pepper sort of area, to be honest, out on track. So Black Phoenix is ahead of Frey Pepper, but in that whole grand scheme of things, Black Phoenix has lost out big time on the likes of Ryan and on the likes of Christian as well, who's actually came under the radar a little bit out on track. Frey Pepper though on the back of Black Phoenix. I can report, by the way. Do you know how I said the rain was getting heavier? It stopped.
Yes.
Get on halfway.
Yeah. Well, exactly, yeah. 25 minutes, more or less, is what they said, right? I mean, you were saying in quali that... Oh, someone from Wing came off? Or someone maybe I'm just dreaming?
Old Maverick? Coming into the pit there, maybe?
No, I mean, I was on Sidegate on board, and it seemed like someone ahead. Maze. Hold on. No, never mind. Just an illusion.
An illusion. You're seeing things out on track. Typical.
I'm delusional right now.
Conti into the pit lane. He's going to go into a set of mediums. Luke Ajax is in as well. Maze will pit in as well. So all of the soft runners who initially started pretty much have been in. Apart from Yogi, who obviously came in for that set of softs to try and master strategy. He spun multiple times and will not be landing a blow in this race. Black Phoenix, though, on the back of Christian. Running now past Hamilton Straight once again. Down in towards turn 1. Is he going to look and try to get this move done down the inside? Not that quite, as Robin has joined the session, managed to rejoin the session, which is great. His AI car, by the way, has already pitted, so he doesn't have to pit again.
Good AI, for him, then.
Yeah, AI very intelligent on this game for once.
Well, yeah, just for once. Don't get too excited about that.
Oh. But Sam, leading away. Go on.
Yeah. No, I was saying that right now the race seems sort of calm, but I have to highlight Goat. Yes, having like a 10-second gap to Salt. I believe this should be reviewed. I mean, by Mace and all the admin stuff, because I really think that he could have the pace for Division 3. Don't you think?
Maybe. It's more like Magnus last season. Well, obviously Magnus dominated toward the end of the season, but it's only one race. I don't think you can really draw a conclusion from one race. Maybe 2 or 3, but Goat, for me, he's just got lucky out in front. Massault obviously made a mistake. I think he obviously has now got Ryan right on his coattails, and actually thought that was Massault going off. That was Sidegate going off there nearly into the pit lane. But Ryan on the back, he is going to get DRS. Sidegate. That's a strange line coming through the final corner. He's going to run onto the grass. Oh, and that's a 10-second time penalty picked up. And yeah, that's why you don't run on the grass coming across the line.
I have to say, quite surprised Sidegate hasn't retired yet.
He's still continuing. Well, there are points available. The one driver in front of him who retires might not necessarily pick up the points out on track, so he may as well keep going even for 1 point, to be honest, because it's only race 1. There's nothing really in the championship to play for yet. Zamwell leading, Goat second, Massault in third. Christian, though, right on the back of Ryan.
I mean, I have to say, Ryan's pace and rise has been really, really bad. I mean, he's sitting on 4th, but it seems like everyone has had like more pace than him. We've seen plenty of drivers trying to overtake on him. Don't you agree that he could have done better? Maybe, I don't know if it's the setup or what, but his pace on the race has been just missing. I think we both expected him to win, but he hasn't been there, really.
And here comes Christian. He's going to throw the Bible at him to go past. Christian is through and he's into 4th.
That's what I mean, you see. It just seemed like maybe I'm going too harsh on him, but he just seemed like a mobile chicken, you know, like he hasn't found his pace on this race.
Yeah, but Ryan last season, if we recall, to be honest, he wasn't the quickest driver out of Division 4 whatsoever, but yes, he was one of the most consistent drivers. But now he's got a tail to chase. Sai gets into the pit lane and is retired. There's a side-by-side battle further down the field, though. Rock City Conti coming out the final corner as Saigate has left the session and gives up. Zam is into the pit lane on Tricetta soft compound tire. Is he ahead of Conti? He is. He's going to be ahead of Rock City and Conti. So Zam on a set of soft compound tire. Yeah, he's got 3 seconds worth of time penalty, I think. But out on track, Frey Pepper on the back of Black Phoenix as well, and they're getting onto the back of Ryan and Christian. There's that yellow flag in sector 1 for Saigate running down into the pit lane. Robin, since coming back, is just at the new fastest lap.
Yeah, probably looking to recover some of the time lost, so hopefully he'll get back. Well, maybe he'll gain a position or two. He's 3 seconds behind Maximus, so probably he'll get back position as the McLaren from Ryan. I mean, looking really unstable.
Do you say the McLaren from Ryan there, by any chance?
Yeah, it's a McLaren, right? I'm not daltonic.
Yeah, McLaren obviously doing a good job out on track. Black Phoenix has just got to be careful on his ERS though. You can see his ERS down at the bottom right. It's 10% worth of ERS out on track. Ryan in front of him has got 26, and that's going to be quite important.
Well,
Fred Pepper, the one behind, yeah, 67% out on track. Black Phoenix, for me, has got to be very, very careful on his ERS usage.
Yeah, and where he does the move, because if he misses, Freya Pepper is going to be just behind him, you know, with plenty of ERS to use, and he will definitely try the overtake on him. So Black Phoenix will have to do a really smart race from here.
Yeah, we'll have to indeed, but I'll tell you what, it's a very good race out on track at this moment in time. However controversial the circumstances might have been at the end of qualifying, that will of course get investigated by the stewards. Frey Pepper though on the back of Black Phoenix, and Ryan actually has got a little bit of help because he's got Yogi's AI out in front of him.
And Conti just making the move on Rock City down the inside as he locks up a little bit. Rock City, ever since he made that spin, he has been missing the whole race, just losing positions and lacking a lot of pace. Unfortunate for the Racing Point because he was in a really good race, and now sitting currently on 11th as he'll just exceed track limits. And look, Ajax making the overtake on Neymar as well just before Cobbs.
Oh, it is! Frey Pepper, sorry, down the inside of Black Phoenix. My God, there was a bit of lag, but Frey Pepper, he knows how to overtake tonight.
Indeed.
Out on track. I mean, down in toward Vale and Club is normally his favourite place. Down in towards Stowe, though, that was so committed on the brakes. The Belgian is on fire tonight.
Yeah, looking really, really good, I have to say. And let's see if he can catch Ryan. Although, one thing, I don't know if you have the... We could look at the penalties because... we can see Christian has 5 seconds, so he would lose the position to Ryan, so he needs to pull a 4-second gap as Salt gets his 3-second time penalty. But meanwhile, Freya Pepper and Black Phoenix on the same amount of penalties, behind Storm with 6. And watch out because if Storm... oh, no, he retired in the pits. And we can see, plenty of 5-second time... well, no, actually 2 5-second time penalty. Sam with 3. We see Conti with 6. And Rock City and Luke Ajax with 3. Apart from that, everyone else without penalties except Maximus and Malberic, which both have 6 seconds. So, quite surprised we have had that many penalties, to be honest. It's true that it's Silverstone, but I still believe it's too many penalties.
Well, we only had 4 drivers last night in Division 2 who didn't pick up a penalty out on track. So there goes quite a few way to beat, to be honest, until we get to that stage. There's 6 currently without a penalty. Zam, in the meantime, is on the back of Khan. Is he going to try and go wham-bam on Khan? Yes, he is. To the outside line. It's the first time I've said that all season. Zam into 8th position, and wham-bam, through he goes.
I love how you say first time I've said this in the whole season, but we are currently on round 1.
Yeah, that first time I've said this all season. Because I said it quite a few times last season. That's what I was referring it to. Frey Pepper, though, right on the back of Ryan. And Ryan has lost his pace completely to Christian. Maybe down to the 2-lap pressure tyres that Christian has got under that car. But Frey Pepper is a man on an absolute mission. If I was to give a driver of the day candidate at this stage for the amount of overtaking out on track, he's now about to go down the inside and towards Brooklands. No, he doesn't. He doesn't commit the move. It's quite wise, I think, to be honest, not to go for the move there. But he's on the back of Ryan. He's not entirely out of this. If Ryan picks up a 3-second Tommy, he's not entirely out of this with Christian. What? Only 3.2, 3.3 seconds up the road?
I mean, I believe Ryan planned. I mean, to be honest, Ryan, he doesn't need to push. I mean, to get a podium, even if Fryer Pepper overtakes him, he just need like to get along with Fryer Pepper. Fryer Pepper has more pace, and maybe just like that, Ryan can get into the 3-second gap with Salt and maybe get P2. So it's gonna be a tactical race as the Williams just goes fly past. Yeah, easy move on the McLaren. But yeah, as I said, Ryan just had to stick, you know, and try to keep the gap with Salt.
Ryan trying to get late on the brakes down towards Vale, but Frey Pepper is through and he's into 4th position. Crucial move that for Frey Pepper, and if he is a man on a mission, he is going to close up to Christian in the back on the next couple of laps. I think he will close up onto the back of him in the next couple of laps. It's 2.7 seconds. I do not see that gap staying stagnant. I see Frey Pepper beginning to close that gap on the back of Christian, but to be fair to Christian, he's pulled onto the back of Mersault for second.
Yeah, I mean, Christian, as I said, he was having a really good pace. And Fryer Pepper could look dangerous as well to try and get close to that fight for second. But at the moment, it seemed like Ryan was definitely like holding up people. But to be honest, as you said, the key to understand his pace is that he's consistent, and he hasn't got any penalties, and that's what giving him the advantage right now over the drivers ahead.
Yeah, and Walker-Race is obviously saying in the comment section we might get 3 drivers on the podium. Certainly 2 drivers going on the podium at least. As Mersault, look at the closing speed of Christian. He absolutely sails on by, running down the straight. All of the moves that we're seeing now, pretty much, really easy moves. But I tell you what, Mersault is not giving this up without a fight. He's on the outside line. He's very late onto the brakes in towards Vale. Not going to hold the inside line, is he? The Mercedes and the Racing Point go side by side. And Mersault's going to get cut off at the pass. Oh, Christian through. And he's into second, and Mersault, if he didn't back out of that, well, he did back out of that in the end, but if he didn't back out of that, there would have been contact, surely. Yeah,
like Magnussen and Albon back in the 70th anniversary, I believe it was.
And look at Frey Pepper. He's 1.1 seconds
1.
off.
Yeah, that's what happened when they fight. So if Frey Pepper is able to make them move quickly on South, he might be able to catch Christian. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting for sure. You know, both Norwegian fighting for second.
Isotopic should be in Division 1, says the LWR account in the thingy. Well, to be honest, no. He won in Division 2 last night. I'll spoil it there. He won in Division 2 last night. His pace was great, but it did come down to a safety car restart, and he got the better start and got the better ERS towards the end of the race. It's simple as that. As we have a migrating horse, Conti
like that
has left the session.
Yeah, he was currently on 10th, 1 second behind Kant, so he was still on a fight for good position. So I believe that was a internet connection issue. So let's hope that doesn't glitch the lobby out.
Let's hope it doesn't glitch the lobby out. I don't think it will, unless it's now running on my connection, which would be absolutely terrible. Mersault on the back of Christian. Goat leading the way, Christian second, Mersault in third, Frey Pepper in fourth. I would imagine with the lobby host, it will probably go to the driver who joined next in the queue, and I think that might have been Maze, if I'm not mistaken. Maze's connection is very good, so we should be fine.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks God we won't have any issues with the lobby. And right now, Salt about to lose DRS range on Christian. I mean, he is on the edge, well, 7/10 now, but he was about 9/10 before the straight. So it seems like Fryer Pepper just has a little bit more of pace, but now the Merc just getting a really good exit. Like, he's refusing, you know, to lose that gap. But I think he really believes he could be ahead on track, although he would be ahead by penalties. But look at Ryan. He would currently be second.
Yeah, he will be second out on track. I'm just getting up the position changes. Christian, by the way, is getting 13 positions. I just thought I'd mention out on track. Thank you to the WR again. YouTube again picking up on that. Massault is, however, on the back of Christian. And if I was to draw a comparison, Massault is quite like Neymar. Neymar likes to use up his ERS out on track. He obviously controlled that towards the second half of the season. Massault is very much like Neymar in that regard, though. He's got 18% of ERS. Christian's got 19%, so it's not that great. But Frey Pepper in behind, he's got 36% of ERS as we are on to the final 4 laps out on track. And if Massault's not careful, and he's running in very low ERS for the majority of this lap, he could run out of fuel possibly before the end of the race, especially if he hasn't got that much left.
Yeah, definitely. Have to agree. And to be honest, we have some spicy fights, you know, for this end of the race. Hopefully, Salt will try the overtake on Christian, but we also have some fights going on behind. We have Sam, you know, and getting really close to Stormer, and he actually is gonna make the move down the inside. So there he goes, as you would say. Actually, I'm gonna let you say the phrase.
Wham bam, he's through. Rock City is through as well on Conti. He gets the move done and he's running into 10th position. But Christian really much under pressure now from Salt once again. Fred Pepper is not really drawing any closer. He's in the dirty air and he's not really drawing any closer out on track. It's Luke Ix and Conti are side by side coming out of Woodcut, and actually Conti's AI, isn't he? So Conti dropping down into 12th.
Yeah.
As a result, I nearly got excited there for a minute. Thought it was an outside move running down in towards Cops. But Salt right on the back of Christian. Will Salt pour salt into the wounds of Christian in front of him, or will Christian try and hang on for second position in favour of Massault at this stage, I believe, in terms of the penalties? Yeah, 3 seconds for Massault, 6 seconds for Frey Pepper, 8 seconds for Christian. Ryan in behind has got none of that, and he's going to be picking up surely second position.
Yeah, definitely. It's what I meant. I mean, well, what you meant, really, because you said he was consistent, you know, and to be honest, I have to apologize to Ryan. If we get to do interviews, I will apologize because I was too harsh on him. And look at him. He's fighting for a P2. So, yeah, quite a really solid race from Ryan, despite not gaining positions, but quite solid, I have to admit.
Yeah, Conti wanting an invite, by the way. If you could try and throw one over before the end of the race, that would be fantastic.
I'll do.
As Massault on the back. Frey Pepper, though, getting closer all the while. It's now under 5/10 of a second. Running in towards Maggots and Beckett, and the Dane might have gone too early in terms of the ERS. Frey Pepper looks like he's just came into this race off the back of a 5-lap race in an open lobby, to be honest. As Frey Pepper right on the back of Massault. He's not going to launch an attack, I don't think, running down in towards Stowe. But at this stage, Frey Pepper, I would be money's on at this stage for him to get the move done on Salt, for him to then get the move done on Christian. He runs wide coming through Stowe. He's pulling away from Ryan as well, which is even more impressive, I think. And Frey Pepper really could be a guy to watch in terms of the championship, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there, James. And also, I would say that the key right now is to not fight. I think Salt, you know, and Frey Pepper have to be wise enough to know that they have to pull away from Ryan. And actually, Salt, you know, is the one that needs that gap away from Ryan. So, yeah, let's see. There's still 2 laps remaining. So hopefully they'll keep. Well, Salt will keep his podium spot. Well, he'll keep it anyways, but you get me. He'll get second.
That's Yogi, I found. It's Yogi. I thought it was Black Phoenix for a second there. It's not. It's Yogi that has ran. He's just rejoined, just in behind his teammate, actually out on track. But is the final 2 laps of this race going to become like a sexy Spanish salsa out on track? Christian in second, Massault in third, Frey Pepper in fourth. Yeah, I didn't know where I was going with that one. Storm, though, right on the back of Zam.
Oh, he's back again. Yeah, it's gonna be close. I mean, I have to say we have plenty of fight. What happened? Oh, he made contact.
No, TTG Stormy nearly lost it on the curb coming out of Beckett.
Okay.
On the exit of Beckett, the first part of Beckett, he lost it, ran onto the marbles, got caught out wide, and now he's off the back of Zam, and I don't think he's going to try and land in a blow. Yellow flag in sector 2 and 3 again. Yogi again having an absolute disaster of a race. He's still continuing on in 18th position. He has been lapped once, maybe even by the whole field by the end of this race, but Goat leads the way. It's the final, yes, I repeat, final lap of this race out on track. Conti's AI is still trying to fight on the back of Maze, but Maze is surely going to get the move done down in towards Vale. He does. He's up to 14th. Goat then coming through the field for the final time, and the Ferraris are getting their own back here, and Goat is going to be the championship leader, certainly going into next week. But my goodness me, is Yogi's retired onto the final lap? What's he doing? No,
well, I mean,
he could have picked up points.
But he has completed more of 90%, right? I mean, there must be a rule about it.
No, you have to finish in TTML for you to pick up the points. It's as simple as that. And Yogi has not picked up any points. Frey Pepper, in the meantime, is right on the back of Salt, coming through Maggots and Beckett. I think Salt is just about going to have the runners. Frey Pepper got enough though to try and come back. He has. Look at this third move. Belgian down the inside line, trying to get the move done. Frey Pepper is through on Salt. He's into third. No strings attached. Goal coming around the final corner, and he's going to win in Silverstone. The Norwegian takes it. Christian is coming around the final corner in second. It's going to be Ryan, I think, that will pick up second in the end. Yeah. Frey Pepper to finish in third. Massault now second. Ryan, though, up to second. Massault in the end in third. Black Phoenix full. Zam going to be across the line to finish in seventh position behind Black Phoenix in sixth. Storm across the line to finish in eighth. Might get outdone by TRT Khan. Khan, for a man that's possibly disqualified, has actually done a really good job out of track to finish 9th. Luke Ajax to come across the line to finish in P10. Rock City P11, he jumps ahead of Luke Ajax. Luke Ajax now drops down on Neymar. Neymar up into 11th. Mays across the line, ever the consistent driver, not that consistent tonight, in 13th. Conti in 14th. Robin, after absolute disaster of a qualifying, end of qualifying, and then leaving in the formation lap and getting a black screen, he's across the line in 15th. He will not be one bit happy about that race whatsoever. He'll be fuming in that helmet, I am sure. Maximus, though, going for the fastest lap attempt, and he's coming around the final couple of corners, and the fastest lap currently out on track is Yogi. He hasn't actually finished, so Maximus only needs to get above a 27.6 to come around to get the fastest lap, and he will not even achieve that. Maximus across the line, 7/10 off his time, comes across the line, the final finisher in 16th position, or the final finisher on the same lap, of course. But there's the race ending. Drive of the day awarded by the in-game fans as TRT Khan. A little bit of deja vu there, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not looking because I'm trying to imbibe, but I assume that what you've said during the whole race is Frey Pepper or Christian.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think Frey Pepper or Christian bound to be driver of the day. Surely out on track, but Ghost cannot take anything away from his performance out on track. A fantastic win from the Norwegian. As I flick on accidentally through the podium interviews, my controller drops on the floor. Ghost comes across the line in the end as I'm just tangled up. Give me a second. Ghost out on top by 10.1 seconds in the end from Ryan, who finishes in second. A good result from him. Assault finishes in third. We'll get to his interview in just a second. He's just joined the party. Frey Pepper across the line to finish in fourth, with Christian in fifth, Black Phoenix in sixth, Zam in seventh, Storm in eighth, Khan from 20th on the grid up to 9th, Rock City in 10th, Neymar 11th, Luke Ajax in 12th, Maze 13th, Conti 14th, his AI not picking up the points, however, Robin in 15th, Maximus in 16th, oh, Maverick very much at the end of his tether, right at the back of the field in 17th. Yogi did not finish. He did get classified within the results, but doesn't pick up any points. CLE Storm and Cygate both DNFing out on track, as we'll cut straight into the interviews. And Massault is here, the third place finisher in the Mercedes, 8th on the grid. And Massault, that was a very good performance from you.
Thanks.
Talk us through the race out on track, because it was a real interesting race out on track. Obviously you had a little bit of less ERS compared to your rivals around you. Did that still see you through though for a podium?
Yeah, man. I was looking at the stream a little bit, and I saw everyone around me was on bad tires and have more penalties than me, so I was pretty confident.
Yeah, obviously a fantastic result. We're not going to do Britain short, by the way. Do not worry about that. We're not doing Britain short out on track. But talk us through that race, because it was a bit of a changeable race out on track where obviously you finished third. You said you were looking at the stream a bit. How dare you look at the stream when trying to race? Just listening to my dulcet northeast England tones and our Spanish tones, of course, of Paco. But just talk us through that, because it was quite an interesting dynamic in terms of the race.
Yeah, man, it was hard on soft. It was hard to find the grip, and then the guy in front of me, the number one, he was just so fast, man. So I was a little confused.
Yeah, I was even more confused, I think. And in that pit stop that you made, did you have a 5-second time penalty or something, or did you make a mistake? Because you lost a lot of time to Ryan.
It was because my teammate just got into pit before me, and I did not see that. I was a little mad about it, man. I think I lost 4 or 5 seconds. It was a little, yeah.
Yeah, I think you lost something like 8 seconds to Ryan in the end, and Ryan was comfortably behind you before that pit stop, and it was really interesting that obviously you held him off. Ryan dropped back in the end. He got his tyres going toward the end, but he got it. I'll cross over to Paco, though. I'm sure he's bound to ask you some questions.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite hungry, but I'm gonna be quite professional. Yeah, I'm angry to ask questions. That's what I meant, of course. Anyways, you had a quite interesting race, but about the race, James has almost asked all the questions. But I believe, if I look to the calendar, which I'm trying to search, next race is Japan. Yeah, just got, telepathics skills. Do you feel like Japan could be a good track where you might repeat a podium, or do you think it's gonna be a difficult track for you?
I don't know, man. Japan is a little tricky, man. So I think it's I don't know. I don't really know.
And how do you see yourself on the championship? Like, you've had a solid first race. For moments, it seemed like you could have challenged for a win. Well, not maybe for a win, but maybe try and be closer to the man who won. Do you think that you could be a challenger for the title, or do you think that the Ferrari has a lot of pace? Coach actually has a lot of pace, and that he will be the one who takes the championship?
I'm not sure, man. I'm not. I have a little pace, but he was fast. But after the pit stop, I think I got 3 or 4 seconds to him. So yeah. I will try. I try my best to challenge him. He got away in the start because I started P8, but I think after lap 3 or 4 I was in P2 already, so it was a little nice.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to do something more in the championship. Well, we all hope that you can do something more in the championship, and that the Ferrari is not so dominant as he showed in this race. James, do you have any other question for him?
No, I was only going to ask about Japan, but that's already been covered. Go and enjoy evening, Assault.
Yeah, thanks, man. See ya.
Very welcome. See ya. And I believe we haven't had Gold join the party. No, we haven't. So it's only just me and Paco within the party. I know Ryan said to us he wasn't going to do an interview tonight, which is totally understandable, and we don't like to take up the drivers' times, to be honest.
If it makes you feel better, you can do an interview to me.
You didn't even race though, so it's worthless.
Well, we can do commentators' interviews, a new section.
I will give you a bit of breaking news, actually. Exclusive coming from Maze within Discord. Khan disqualified before the lights even went out, so I was right in terms of him getting disqualified. Further action will also come from the stewards for ignoring the rules, ignoring being told to leave, and also for going out on an outlap, glitching the lobby, and yeah, that's it's basically with the stewards. He's gonna get more than a slap wrist, it seems. He's been disqualified, and yeah, it brings an end, really, to what could have been a really good race. If people say if there was a restart, would have been a different result, I certainly think so. But you cannot be sure with these things.
To be honest, I mean, it happened. We had that race end off. I mean, he made a mistake. I don't know how he will react. I mean, he will just learn. You know, when you make a mistake, the next thing you can do is to learn to do better. So hopefully he won't make that mistake again. And in the end, to be honest, not gonna lie, I'm glad we kept on with the race because we had interesting conditions. You know, like the dry tires in wet conditions. It's not something you can do by adjusting the weather. So I'm quite glad we were able to keep on that session, despite, you know, how unfair or how unethical it might have seemed, you know, from outside. But in the end, we had a good race. So from our point of view, I think it was great to keep on that session, to keep ourselves on that session.
Yeah, in the end, I think, as well, we saw a lot of good overtaking out on track. Con, by the way, saying sorry that he joined, he forgot that he wasn't allowed, and then suddenly Old School told me it's fine to join, but I shouldn't have done that. Sorry for everyone here, which I ruined their race. So there's an apology from Con, which is really good to see. Good sportsmanship shown by Con. I think, obviously, the stewards will have a look at it. Penalties will probably be incoming for him, but just move on to next week. That's all you can do. And for anyone in the future, don't join in qualifying. There's the lesson learned.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, as I said, from here you can only learn from mistakes. So, yeah, hopefully in the future he will not step on the same stone twice. Yep. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. And that should be, hopefully, the last of any of the sort of incidents that we get. Of course, we are coming to the end of the game cycle. F1 2021 and ends yesterday, of course. I'm very much looking forward to that. But in the end, we've ended it off here in TTML Division 4. Paco, I'll come across to you for your final thoughts. Who on earth was your driver of the day? To be honest, it would be either, as surprising as it may seem, either Ryan or Christian, because Christian, you know, didn't seem like he had the pace, but suddenly, you know, he was fighting for for a really good position, despite his teammate making a mistake. He was still there fighting for the podium. And also Ryan, because as I said, I made a mistake saying he was a mobile chicken, which I regret saying so. And he was able, you know, to finish on P2, which is a quite strong result based on consistency and not getting any penalties. So that's why probably both of them my drivers of the day.
Yeah, I think Frey Pepper, those overtakes out on track tonight was something to behold of. His racecraft and his driving standards tonight were 100%. I could not fault his performance. I'm going to have to give him driver of the day based off that. Christian obviously put a good fight, but when it came to it, Frey Pepper just sailed past him down the straight, and that was that. Frey Pepper gets my driver of the day, hands down. Well done, I think. Of course, we move on to Japan next week. It's going to be an interesting track for us to unfold on. But we'll be back, of course, next week. The next time you can catch us live, of course, is Monday night, in fact, for CWC. Tuesday night, of course, for TTML Division 1. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I've been James Head. He's been Paco Suarez. Please take care in this crazy world that we all live in. And until next time, goodbye.
Adios.